Hello, ladies and gentlemen, CaptainShack here, and welcome to Black Desert Online. Stream going here. Today we are going to be checking out the I'm a huge fan of Sandbox games. If you aren't aware, on my channel, I do a lot of sci-fi and modding goodness. People are just starting to come in now to the stream. I do a lot of sci-fi combat, sandbox gameplay mechanics. That's every mechanic that I can get my hands on that doesn't involve me kicking the ever-living crap out of everything I see, which is what you normally do in these MMOs. Modding goodness, but there is a little niche inside that has nothing to do with either one of those things, and that's Sandbox MMOs. I played Ultima Online back in the day, my absolute favorite MMO of all time. And then there was Star Wars Galaxies, which was glorious, and then there's a couple of small Sandbox games, but really the genre is kind of dead. Kind of dead. There's some stuff coming out, though. Black Desert was one that we've been watching for a long time, came out from Korea, and finally I'm back in it again. I did a review recently. It wasn't the most stellar review. I didn't say it was the best game ever made. I did say that I was going to play it more because there's a lot of weird little mechanics in it that are just fantastic. They're just really good. So hopefully the audio balance is good. I am using the streaming microphone headset that I'm still trying to get sounding pretty good. And it allows me to look around and look at my screens and do all that jazz, so I'm getting it down. Hey guys! I've had my coffee if you haven't noticed. Did you remember to have your coffee? I did. I'm on cup number 2. I'm set. I'm also super excited today because we're just giving it a chance for people to get in. The house that we're looking into buying, today's the day I find out if the engineers can actually energy now. I call the internet line to it because it's kind of out in the boonies. And oh man, we've gone through so much stuff and we're finally gonna find out. So. Alright, let's do this. Black Desert Online. You'll also be able to find out what server I'm on. Me and Tabby played pretty late last night. We are on Eden. And these are all like sub-servers. They're instances, basically, so it doesn't really matter which one of these you choose unless you're trying to play with me. I will be jumping on to... Doesn't really matter. They're all crowded and one is overrun. So let's go to this one. Why not? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. There I am. Storm Shield. Family name Shack. You guys see me running about, make sure you say howdy. Give me a wave. I am doing great, Creeper. We're going to be trying out the housing mechanics, the fishing mechanics, and the trading mechanics. I have ample experience in fishing in this game. I spent more time doing anything else during the original beta, the CBT2, fishing. I don't know what's wrong with me. I enjoy it. It's mindless. But it's fun. So there's my character, playing a human warrior because that's basically the only default male that you can make, and I like playing the warrior, so it wasn't a big deal for me. Let's just go on in here, though. I won't talk too much about character creation. I've talked enough about that. It's very pretty, you know. What is Black Desert about? Well, Black Desert is an MMORPG, retro gamer, that has some sandbox elements. It's a Korean game that's being moved over to North America and Europe right now, right? This is the early access for people who pre-ordered the Conquerors Edition. In other words, people who spent probably too much money on a game that wasn't even out yet. So, yeah, you should do a fishing tutorial. I should. Well, this is what this whole stream is going to be about, is the non-combat stuff. So, now that we're in, it's such a pretty game. This is as old as you can get for a warrior. I cranked up his oldness. I guess I could have given him a better beard. Now, where are we? Turn down the game volume just a little bit. So, we are down in Adele. And if you notice, I've got these yellow lines connecting my cities. I've actually invested in these nodes, which are going to allow us to do trade runs. But these are guard posts, so they don't really have a lot in the way of trading. So we're going to have to invest some more points, probably head out to these villages here, get them on my map. I haven't been there yet. And we'll be able to do some trading. But first we're going to do my favorite thing in the game to do right now, other than combat, which is fishing. Do I have a fishing pole ready to go? I do. It's only got a little bit of durability loss because this is a brand new fishing pole. So let's go to the nearest watering hole, which is just south of here. We're going to go to me and Tabby's favorite little fishing spot. I'm going to give you guys down. So I just set a waypoint. Now I could just run there and it shows up on my map, or I can hit T, and this is what I love. One cool thing about this game is it respects my time, is what I feel like. It allows me to multitask. I can watch YouTube videos while I'm playing it. I can auto-run. I can set paths like this. I can auto-run 2 quests just by clicking a button, which is really cool. We're heading out to do some fishing, though. and I'm going to show you guys. That's part 1, fishing. Then I think we'll do trading, and then I think I'll try to buy a house. Oh, wait. We got to stop moving. My rewards. Did I get... I still haven't. Damn it. I still haven't gotten my, my decorations and my other items from buying the super crazy expensive pack, Conqueror's pack, whatever they call it. That's been a big complaint in this. A lot of people who got the collector's edition didn't get the items that they paid for on day 1. And a lot of people still haven't gotten theirs. Mine as well. I claimed it on the website early yesterday and still have yet to get it. So here we go. Get some fishing in. Fishing montage begin. Maybe not. There's the rock. I'm going to get up on this rock. So first thing you need to do is find yourself a beautiful place to fish. I recommend don't fish up here. This is the first city you'll find next to the ocean, Velia. This dock right here, there's probably 300 people along this coast right now fishing because it's the first area you find where the fishing vendor is. So people just kind of crowd around there. I recommend find some place, a quiet place to fish. Now, what's really cool, and I don't know if we can show it. Let's see. No, that's humidity. That's temperature information. No, that's humidity. What was this one? Territorial resources. There's all kinds of information in this game. It's ridiculous. This is why I like this game. There's so many little things in this that you're learning constantly every time you play. Like yesterday, I learned that there was... Let me get on the road here. This right here, this is the type of terrain you're running on, which will affect your character's run speed. How ridiculous is that? So I'm on a polished road, right? So this is a nice road for this game. This is a nice road. So you'll move at your max speed, but the second I walk over here into the grass, it becomes a rough road. And then I think if you start like trying to climb mountains, it gets even slower, which is, it's weird little gameplay mechanics like that. And the game is full of things like that. That you're like, oh, that's cool. I never would have thought of adding that to a game, but that's neat. Let's jump down here. But yeah, every body of water has a amount that it's been fished, amount of resources that are in it. So I'm going to quit my fishing pole. I just right-clicked it. And now I hit space to start fishing. We'll do just a basic cast. So that's what I hit spacebar one time. Now I'm auto-fishing. I can walk away right now. Is there a PvE server? The whole game is pretty much PvE unless you're in a guild war right now. The negatives for attacking another player, Jerry, this is who's asking the question. The negatives for attacking another player are so insane that really you just don't get attacked by other players. Because you have such a huge karma penalty, and you'll start losing your upgrades in your gear if you die as a low karma player. So, and the negatives for being killed are next to nothing. I think you lose a little bit of experience, and it's not a big deal. And you teleport back to the nearest node, I believe. Hey, Torian, welcome to the stream. So we're fishing, and now if you notice, it's really small, the text, and I do apologize for that. But if I hit Control. Where my mouse is, it says fishing resources exhausted. And I haven't found any lakes yet that don't say that. But basically, if a place has been overfished, then you're going to get that resource exhausted. It's going to take longer for you to catch a fish or get a bite or a nibble on your pole. That's going to be in the comments. So what you have to do is find a place that nobody else is hanging out at and fish there, and you'll probably have a better deal. I love fishing in this game. Now, there's more to it than just this. Once I get a nibble on this thing, here we go. I just got a nibble. I can pull it in. So we're going to hit spacebar to start the minigame. And there's going to have this bar. This bar goes across 3 times. You have to time it just right. Hit spacebar again when it's in the blue. And then you'll get the other minigame, unless you get a perfect, which is your WSAD keys. I just caught a fish. Sweet. First fish. I got a bass. And that bass is worth 2,280 silver. And I'll show you guys where to sell your fish. Basically, go to the trade market person. It's the only vendor that will buy them, and they change their value based on the market in your territory. So this city versus another city will have different values, and it'll be based on the percent scale. So it'll say, like, you don't want to sell any place that's below 100%. You want to sell places that are above 100% for value. It's pretty simple. Hey, Dylan. Thanks. Says he loves my vids. All right, so there you go. We got a fish. And it's a bass. Awesome. Now, one cool thing you can do is, if you want to be, say, a professional fisherman, right? I'm going to hit P and open up my skills. Fishing is a skill here, and the more you fish, the higher your skill will get, and this will allow you to catch different types of fish. It'll open up the variety that you can catch, which is kind of cool. Also, your fishing ability, I believe this is connected to your item. This will just require less time. The fish will bite faster. You can also get bait and other items, so there's a bit of depth with fishing. Also, really cool about fishing that I found out yesterday, if you hit escape and go into the great menu thing and you go to fish guide, it's basically the fish version of Pokemon here, where you're trying to catch them all. I caught a freshwater eel. It gives me all the stats, and then it gives me a list of ranking of who's caught the biggest version of the freshwater eel. How crazy is that? So this is your Pokedex of fish. Freshwater, saltwater, crustacean, and other. And I think other is like squids or something. Very cool, though. Very cool. And then your progress. If you're a completionist, this right here, yeah, pretty legit. So one other thing about fishing, when you're, well, here, let's go with one more cast. So I'm going to cast, but this time, I'm actually going to use up my energy. In my top left-hand corner of the screen, there's a 44 up there. I'll point it out with my mouse because I know my text is very small. I have 44 energy. You recharge these 1 point every 3 minutes. If you played Arcade, you kind of know what I'm talking about. I can actually put energy into casting, and I'll put about 5 energy into it. You can see me charging it up. And from what I understand so far, all this really does is up our chance to catch something good, and it makes it happen faster. So we won't be waiting as long. Indeed, you've got to catch them all. Fisherman. So while that's going, one thing I got to talk about with the fish is they're on a timer. Fish actually go bad, so you need to sell them within a certain amount of time, and that time is 24 real-world hours. So you've got lots of time to sell them. But yeah, boom. We're fishing. That's fishing in a nutshell. I just ran through that whole thing in maybe 5 minutes. The fishing's pretty fun. Like I say, I've done this more than anything else. Next up, we're going to do is I think we're going to do some trading, but let's do a little fishing first. There are already guilds. I was watching Global Chat last night. There are already fisherman guilds cropping up in the game. How ridiculous is that? People going out on their boats and doing like deep sea fishing. Hey, Wacko Macko. I love your name. Welcome to the stream. So what's the cooking like? Now I haven't gotten too deep into the cooking, but I have done some of the refining. Let's go ahead and catch this fish. We're gonna hit spacebar. It's gonna go across 3 times. I'm gonna do it the second try. Oh, if I get that perfect, I don't have to do the second minigame. Holy crap, this is a long one. Boom. Oh, what do we get? Because that was actually a really long. 6,000 on Rwanda. Nice. I'm making bank today. I'm gonna stream and fish more often. And I have never seen that fish before, so I just gained the knowledge of the fish, which is neat. And the knowledge system in this affects just about everything. What is this? Oh, I got friends request. Indeed. All right, so there you go. There's fishing. Find your place. Find yourself a nice quiet place. Maybe people haven't fished before, so you have a place that's not resource exhausted like this one is, because this is a major river. Get comfortable and start fishing. Pretty sweet. One mechanic that I really love about this game, if you back... Let me see if I can do it on this rock. I might not be able to, because it might be too tall. Maybe this one? Eh. Oh, I almost did it. Let's see. There we go. If you back into stuff, that's how you sit. And from this position, you can actually either create a sign where you'll just sit there and you'll hold it. We'll fish for money and everybody will see my little board here that I'm holding. Or, and I really dig this one, you're not going to let me get rid of that, are you? I got to sit down again. You can actually go into spectator mode, which is pretty neat. Let's sit back down. And then we can go into observe mode, and this basically detaches the camera from my character, allowing me, I can hit Control U to turn off my UI, to move the camera around and get some pretty sweet shots. As a YouTuber and a video producer, I absolutely love this. Absolutely love this. If the wall behind you is flat instead of like a rock like I've got here, you can lean up against the wall and just look all cool. And do the same thing. It's just a cool little thing. One of the other things you can do is, once you're in this mode, if you hold down Control, oh, it doesn't work in this mode particularly. All right, well, let's go back here. We can go into, oh, I don't remember the command for it. Well, there's a way to basically do all the Instagram color changes that you can do, which is kind of cool. But let's get started. Let's get back to it. Back in command of my character. let's go learn to trade. That's what we should do. We should learn to trade. Now I gotta get out of here. Up. Trade and cooking. Somebody was asking about cooking. So let's talk about cooking and collecting first. I'm a little spazzy today, guys. Don't mind me. I'm gonna equip my lumbering axe here. Now I'm trying to collect wood so I can build a boat. And all you gotta do is walk up to any tree that somebody hasn't already collected, have an axe equipped, hit R, and you'll start collecting. This is one way of collecting wood. It also works for, you know, mining iron ore deposits or collecting different trees and bushes that you see. That's what Tappy loves to do. Hey, Morph! Welcome to the stream, man. But what's cool is you don't have to do this yourself. You don't have to sit there and chop trees, and I really dig this mechanic. What you can do is, and I believe I have a worker already ready to go for this, you can hire workers. The first worker you get, you can get them from a quest, or you can go and hire them yourself. You don't have to have any lodging for them, but any more workers that you hire, you actually have to buy a house and set it up as worker housing, so they'll live there, which is neat. Now, I already have one worker, so let's go and get him to work. What I want him to do is, I have invested points into this node here, you see it's in yellow, and this node here, which is actually a quarry for mining resources. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell my worker to head out there. I don't think I've ever done it from this menu. Here we go, worker list. And we're going to tell him... I could tell him to recover, but I'm not going to do that. How do I just tell you to do something new? I can tell him to repeat it. Well, I just told him to repeat it. Basically, if I hadn't already given him the order, it would have said a button like, go ahead and order him to do something, and I could order him to go mine. And what I just did was I dispatched him to go mine. And there he is right there. We'll actually go run over there and see him. So my worker, he's level 2. He's done a little bit of work for me. He's leveled up once. He actually has skills and stats. I've ordered him to go out of this mine and collect me resources. And you can do this with farms or with... lumber, if you go out to one of the forests and you invest in one of those nodes, depending on what the node is, and get them to work for you. Where did I park? Oh, my horse isn't here. Damn. All right, well, let's run over. I'll auto-run this. We'll run over and we'll actually see my worker go into work, which is kind of cool. Your workers have an energy bar, so you can't have them work all the time. But the way you bring back their energy is you actually feed them beer. And I believe I have, yeah, I've got 2 beers from quests. You can make it yourself if you have a distillery inside your house. Hey, dog, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. I've been playing a lot of this as of last night. Played a little XCOM today. Life is good. But yeah, you give them beer to refresh their, to refresh their energy. Now, the question is, where is my worker out of all these people? I love how alive the city seems. Coming through. He was heading out of town toward the... He is booking it. No, that's me. Stop. Where's our worker? Am I totally blind and just don't see him? There he is. Okay, he's way down the path. Let's grab our horse. Head over to the stable real quick. You can buy your first horse.
Welcome.
Or tame him. I have not tried to tame a horse yet. Tabby's been working on it. She's already got the all the gear for it. You've got to have like a rope and some sugar pellets to feed them. But no, I don't want to buy anything from you. I want to pull my horse out. Where's Jack? There he is. Take out. Not my horse. That would be a donkey. There it is. Hello, Jack. Let's go. Oh, man. I got to get you some carrots. He's a bit exhausted. We were running all over the place last night. Let's roll. Put him on auto run. Speed him up. Turn the UI off. It is damn pretty game. You aren't auto running anymore. There we go. Oh no! I turned off my chat. Let's go. See if we can find our worker. And then we're gonna go invest into a couple more nodes so we can do some trading. Our worker should be somewhere near the quarry. And this is the node leading into the quarry. There he is. Man, he's booking it. He's He's down in a combat zone, so we may have to go kill some stuff. Oh no, I actually missed the turn. Stay here, Jack. I'll be back. There's a bunch of hostile NPCs over here. Oh, shit. Before we go in there, we have to find our worker. He's actually being punched in the face. Who done it? You! Come here. I love you. That is really loud. Turn that down some. Alright. Try to find our worker. He may actually be in there right now, and I'd rather not go into that mess. This is supposed to be the non-combat gameplay. Oh, he's in there mining right now. Yeah, he's way in the back. That's too bad. Well, if you watch my review, you'll actually see one of the workers that I followed around going to work. But they are rendered in the world, and you'll see other people's workers, which is pretty cool. So let's go invest some points into some of the villages so we can do some trading. Where'd I park? Put my weapon away. Oh, the combat in this is fantastic. Nilek. It really is. Like, if you're sick of tab targeting, I have to say one of the biggest strengths of this title is its combat. It's all right, let's go out this way. And then we can head out to, like, yeah, let's head out to this village here and get that on my map and maybe invest some points. My horse leveled up. Level 5. Excellent. Yeah, your horse will level up and gain more stats like health and stamina. Be a little bit faster. Also, just refilled his stamina so we can charge around again. Good stuff. Good stuff. One of the reasons why you want to level a horse is because they have random skills that they can learn, like different attacks, like learning a kick so they can kick people across the level, or just all kinds of cool stuff. And then you want to breed horses together to get the skills that you want in them, and just so they have faster, they ride faster, they have all kinds of different stats, and then you can race them, because there's actually races in this, though I have not tried the races yet. And we're rolling. Last night was crazy. Every time there's a guild war that starts up, it tells you on the top of the screen, you know, so-and-so has gone to war with so-and-so. There's a random carriage. And all night last night, guilds were going to war with each other. So Control U is to turn off your UI. If you hold down U and use your arrow keys, you can actually change the depth of field. And it's going to start really shitty. It's going to like blur everything but your character. I just turned it off. Holding Control and down arrow. Coming through. That's the one problem with auto run is you run through like everyone. Get out of the way. Everybody's talking about the group survival and Space Engineers series. If you guys don't know what that series is, every Saturday morning I release a RP/survival series here on the channel, and where I am working with 2 other YouTubers to just survive on this planet, and it's very story-driven, it's very cinematic. It's pretty fun. I think it's the most popular thing on the channel right now, and everybody in chat is just going to town talking about. So hey, we found Melanos Forest, little tiny village here. So we're gonna come in here, stop my horse, and talk to the node manager. This is this NPC right here. I don't know if you guys can see the text underneath her name, but it says node manager. I haven't talked to her before.
Is this your first time on our farm?
It is. It is. Oh, wow. Look at all her amenity stuff. Basically, I can do the conversation minigame with her.
The node here is connected to Bartali Farm.
Good to know. And I can unlock this stuff. So she's got some knowledge stuff that I can use in other conversations. She's also got a quest for me if I get it. It's called Pouch of Rough Gemstones. We're not going to mess with that right now, though. Well, we will show the conversation system, because this is another non-combat game mechanic that it has. So knowledge in the world is actually something that you have to collect. again, like Pokemon, you have to collect. Talking to people will learn more about them. You'll learn about the world space just by going up and interacting with different things like books on shelves and whatever you might be inspecting. You may learn something about it that you can use in the conversation system. So I know about all these people that she has some relative interest in. Putting my mouse over, say, this person, Adrian, his interest level is 22. There's a bit of a favor thing there. And then it gives you her speaking interest. Now, that speaking interest is going to be based on your chance of success when talking about this person to her. If you have a successful conversation with her, and let's do a few more people that have high chances, 94%, and we'll do a failure one. So here's 45. May not win that one. We'll do conversate. Have this conversation. We'll run through each one of these. If it's successful, I'll gain a certain amount of amity with her, and we'll start working toward unlocking one of these points. We're going to keep pushing our way around this circle. We gained 19 amity. Yay! That's not a whole lot. That's going to take forever to unlock anything with her. Because now if I go back to it, you see that tiny little dash right there? It shows that my knowledge of the things that she's interested in are garbage. Absolute shit. So I need to find out more stuff that she's interested in. And then you get these weird little, like, objectives at the top that you can unlock even more favor with her. And they change every time you talk to her. But anywho, let's go to node management. We want to invest a point in here because we want to be able to trade goods and stuff in this little village. So, Melanos Forest. I can contribute a point. I can put a contribution point into the center icon here. And that'll be fine. I'll be able to trade here. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got 11 open right now. Now I have access to this. And this is connected to the main city up here. But say I wanted to harvest trees from the local forest that's connected to this node. Well, then I'd have to click this. And then I could put more contribution points into it. Then I could send my workers out here to mine as long as this is attached to one of the local cities. So let me go back. You can see the lines here. This one is attached to Hedel Pass, which I already have points invested into. We got the big, nice yellow line running back and forth. So all these cities are connected. Now, the reason you want these connected is because when you do a trade run, you'll get more money for the trade run if you have an investment in the nodes, if that makes any sense to you guys. Oh, I get to drop the ban hammer already. Fantastic. Block user. Goodbye now. Okay, so we got that set up. Now we can trade points out here. Let's invest a couple more points into the local villages. I need to learn more about this area. I think there's another village right down the road, isn't there? Yeah, there's one right here. Actually, I can go to this one too. So let's do that. Auto run, so I can talk to chat. That's the other nice thing about this. Now I could talk to that kid right there. I've never talked to him before, and then I'll learn more about him and use it in conversations. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and invest in some more points. Now, can players attack your workers or trade runs and be bandits? So, can players attack them? I don't know if players can attack workers directly. That's a good question. It's one of the questions that I have about trade packs in general, because I know players can attack you. After a certain level, players can totally straight up attack you. Here we go. Tally Farm. Found another farm. Let's go ahead and stop here. Talk to her. And I know that there's already bandits on the map. Like here, I'll open up my map, and you see this little red icon. Looks kind of like a bandit. If you auto run through there with a trade pack on, these bandits will attack you and kill you and steal your pack. But they're NPCs. And I'd love to see a mechanic where players can, like, attack you. Maybe in certain zones, not everywhere. Hey, Twisted Lizard. Thanks, man. I'd love to see that mechanic. I don't know if it exists yet. Some people are like, it doesn't exist. There's no reason you can't actually take the packs from people, which is a little disappointing. But at the same time, it'd be really trolling for people to be able to do. And what I'm thinking that they're going to do is, as they unlock more of the world space, and this is just, I don't know for this for sure, but say we open up these islands out here, they'll open up, like, piracy areas and maybe make these really valuable trade ports. Kind of like what Arcade does with the 2 continents. That's what I'd like to see. That way, players who just want to have a PvE experience can totally trade here. But people who want to go out and make the real big money are going to want to hire on, like, defense, right? And guards and stuff. are going to have to trade overseas, or they're going to have to trade across the desert, because this is the Black Desert out here somewhere. They're going to have to cross these really dark expanses of areas with pirates and stuff. That's what I'm hoping happens. It gives a little bit more life into the PvP aspect of the game. Because we already know in the desert, in the Korean version, there is a low karma town. There's a pirate town. So why would there be that if there's nothing for low karma players to really do other than attack people for no reason? There needs to be a gameplay mechanic there, so we'll see though. Because I'd love to escort a trade wagon, right, or a covered wagon. They have the wagons already. And I'm like, I'm hired on by a merchant who's making the big trades. I would love that, and I'm hoping that's what happens. But right now, I'm pretty sure trade runs are relatively safe in the initial release of the game, other than these bandits that you'll see pop up and move around the map. And basically, you just make sure you check your map before you do your trade run, and then avoid it. Is all you really have to do. Anywho, let's invest in this node, so we have one more place to trade. Hello, Emma.
Stay back. Don't follow me. I can't.
She's tripping out. Right then.
Oh, who's there?
The writing, this is so goofy. Or maybe it's the translations. I don't know.
And the black energy
She's got
always
quests for
comes
me?
to me in my
No.
dreams.
I'm gonna focus. I'm not gonna take a bunch of quests because I may go and run them.
Wakes me up.
What we're gonna do is
There are many farms in Velia.
node management.
You should
She's the
visit them
node
all.
manager. And contribute our points. Now we can trade in this town and still make bank. Excellent. I think there's one more town we can hit up before we head out. So, this one's attached to Velia, which I already have attached to everything else. Got a nice area to trade. Now, the reason that I'm getting multiple villages is because products that you're going to trade when you do trade runs are going to change their value per area. So the more areas that I can trade to, the easier it will be for me to make a profit. So let's ride. She senses evil, probably, and she probably senses it in my character, because I have the black spirit inside me, who's the little dude that pops up when I talk to you. Look at my review if you want to know more about the black spirit. Alright, so, where's the node manager in this shindig? There's the storage administrator. He's basically the town bank, which is not shared across regions, so if you invest in a city, you're going to invest in a city and its economy, and not every city. Let's go ahead and get off. Where's the node manager here? I've never actually been here before. There is a node manager, right? Or is this not a node? It is a node. Indeed. Let's explore. Maybe inside one of these buildings? No. Or maybe they're inside the mine. That could be it. That purple light you're seeing, this is actually a buyable house. You could totally live here. Kind of cool. Or make it a house for your workers. You wouldn't have to be the node manager, would you? No, because you don't have an icon above your head. Right then. I can interact with this. Let's run back outside. I'll probably find it on the map if I just click it and look. Let's see. The farm. Farm owner? Maybe that's it. Or I ran to the wrong place.
Imps. I'm afraid of the imps.
All right. So the warehouse guy is also the node manager. Node manager. So we're going to invest our point. There we go. Now we've got 3 places that we can trade. They are the Marino Farm, the Bartelli Farm, and the Belenost Forest. We've also got Velia, the major city, and then we've got the major city down here, Hedel. Now, let's go over to a major city now and get some trading done. Check it out. If you're wondering why my horse has a pack on his back, I haven't bought any type of gear for my horse yet, so he has nothing. I don't have a saddle or stirrups or anything like that, which you can buy, but he does have stuff in his inventory, and I'm actually keeping wood in his inventory right now. I can just put more in there. Okay. So when you put stuff in his inventory, it's really cool. It pops up on his back. I just think it's a neat touch to remind you that, hey, your horse is carrying stuff for you, and it'll actually show up on him. So let's head back to the main town here. One of the local ones. You'll do. We'll go over to the trade manager. And we'll go buy us something to trade. I'll show you guys how trading works. How much trade are you getting? You mean like, what am I trading? Or how much am I carrying? See, the amount that you can carry is based on your carry weight, which is, you have to train actually just by carrying packs. You can carry a pack as a normal human being without a horse or anything, but you're gonna go really slow. But it's a great way to train. Like that guy right there in front of me. We'll run past her. She's carrying a trade pack right now, probably just to up her weight carry potential. So she's in training right now, and do a little trading. There she goes. Or you can throw it on your donkey, which like these guys are doing, right in front of us. If you want to get real hardcore to trading, you can bust out a carriage or a cart and throw stuff on a cart, which is how I was doing it in the beta, which was all right. You can carry a lot more that way, but it was fairly expensive. All right, here's one of the major cities that you'll run into pretty early on in the game. Let's find the node or the trade manager, who is out back here in the back.
I'm so tired.
I just love how alive the cities look. Like, look how many people are running around. NPCs and players. Pretty legit. Thanks, Retro. Alright, there's our trade manager way back there, and this is normally where the game gets really... There's a lot of players hanging out. You can even see these are player trade cards. Let's walk over here. I'm going to put the trade goods that we're going to be carrying on my horse. So, Jack, you're going to be carrying stuff. It's not the best. Donkeys are probably a little better because they have a better stamina and carry weight capacity, but I'm trying to train up my horse. So here's trade manager. So, you're going to trade. You've already invested points into 2 major cities and all the points in between, and you're saying, you know what, I want to trade goods. I want to trade goods from point A to point B. There's actually a trading skill that as you level it up, it will allow you to get better things that you can trade, better, like more refined objects that you can trade from point to point. I am a level 5 trader right now, so I'm kind of weak sauce. So we're going to talk to this trade manager to get started.
I'm a merchant. I even bargain in my dreams.
And this is the merchant menu for trading. Now, I already have some stuff I can sell to him. I can sell him those fish we caught when we first started the stream. I'm going to go ahead and sell those right now because actually 118% is pretty good price for selling your fish or any product. As long as it's over 100%, you're looking pretty good. 125%, that's damn good. I'll take that. I'm going to sell my fish. Make a little money. Now I've got 61,000 silver. Doing pretty good. Let's buy up, though, some trade goods. These are the trade goods that he sells in this area, and every area produces something different. And what you're going to be able to buy is going to be based directly on your trade skill. My trade skill sucks, so I'm only going to be able to buy stuff like, well, nope. I can get these Alchemist Red Regents if I want. I can buy some chicken, some smoked chicken. And they mostly make sense when it comes to buying and selling stuff. Like, a place that you see chickens all over the place will probably sell chickens. A place that requires farming equipment will probably buy farming equipment from you. It's kind of neat. Now, what are we selling? What are they selling? They got some wine for 98%. We want to buy low, so we want to buy below 100%. Bertali's Odd Adventure. It's some adventure book. It's currently selling for 91% of its base value. So it's actually selling cheaper than... it's actually selling pretty cheap. So let's see who's willing to buy this. So you can invest 1 energy point in checking out the market for all the places you've discovered. I told you guys energy regenerates at like 1 point every 3 minutes, and I got like 50 something right now. So I don't mind spending 1 point for this. Totally worth it. Let's see, what are people buying this for? Well, down in Olivia, we're in Olivia now. Down in Olivia's to the east. We don't want to go to Olivia. We want to go someplace that I've invested points into already. So, 104% at the Marino Farm. We just invested points into that. Not a huge profit there, though. Western Guard Camp. Batari Farm. We just invested points into that. Still not very good. What about in a different territory? So this is Serendia, a completely different kingdom. And, oh, hell yeah, here we go. Heldia City, the city in the south where we were fishing, is buying at 136%. And we're buying at 91%. So that's pretty good. And we've already connected those points. So let's go ahead and buy up some of this. So we're going to click buy. We got to go back first. We're going to click buy on this. And we're going to take it down to Hedel. Now, I have in the bottom right-hand corner, I don't know if you guys can see the text, but I have an available weight and available mount weight, so how much my mount can carry. Now, these are books. I wouldn't imagine that they're too heavy, but they're probably crates of books, not just one book. So let's go ahead and let's put 5 on the market and see how much that weighs. So I got 5 books. It's going to cost me 3,700 silver, but it's way over my carry weight. Considerably over my carry weight. So we're going to have to drop a couple of these. I figured. Let's put it down to maybe 2. 2 crates of books. Within my carry weight. We're looking good. Excellent. Now bear in mind, your mount weight, carry weight, also has to carry your fat ass. So that's the thing. I got to stick my butt on there. So we're just only going to buy 2 of these. And purchase. Now, your mount is nearby. It'll ask you if you have a mount already out. Would you want to place the item directly on your mount as a container? Yes, I would. It's going to be loaded up to my horse. Oh, my horse is full. Shit. All right, well, let's go ahead, walk over to the horse, and pull that stuff out of the horse. Remember, I was carrying those that lumber on the horse. So let's grab all that. Max, my carry weight's getting kind of high. I need to drop this off at the local warehouse that I've got purchased. Try that again.
Velia should open up a new path in its
Trade.
development through trade.
I'll take
The
2
chief
of
already
these.
agrees with this notion.
I'm going to go ahead and purchase. Place it on the mount. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Done. And now, I walk over to my horse. You can see it on his back. He's got a big old trade pack on his back. And he's ready to go. Let's mount up. And we'll head out and actually make a little bit of money. Hey, Walter. We're doing a little trading today. I'm showing some of the non-combat mechanics. I'm going to show you guys what the trade run is that we're going to make. And we want to make sure we avoid those bandits. There is a bandit on our path, because we're actually trading from Velia, where we bought the stuff, down to Hedel, which is actually considered a different kingdom. We're going to run all the way down our trade line. That's where all the yellow is, where we've invested. If you don't have points invested in this, you're going to lose 75% of the profit that you could make. Or 75% of the straight value off the top. That's huge. You'll never make money that way. So you're going to have to invest seriously. Also, if you didn't notice, on the map, it actually shows you where it's raining. And that's important for farming and for drying stuff when coming to processing. But that's a whole other thing. We'll talk about that another day. Let's go ahead and avoid the shit out of these bandits. So I'm going to manually run around these guys and then down south so we don't lose our stuff. Come on, Jack. Let's go. Yeah, come on, guys. You don't want to be advertising your channel in somebody else's stream. That is not cool. That is not cool. People seem to do that a lot nowadays. What you need to do is produce high-quality content on your channel, and you will get people to come and subscribe, especially if it's stuff people are looking for. That's the key to YouTube. Make stuff people want to watch that isn't already available on somebody else's channel. So, let's see where we're at so far. I really want to avoid those bandits. We need to follow the mountainside around. All right. There's the mountainside, so we're going to just hug this and stay away from those bandits with our trade pack. If you want to get hardcore into trading, you can get these large carts, these large covered wagons that you can load up with goods and take from point A to point B. And you can make really long trade runs. And the distance, oh, there's an iron thing right there. Nah, I'll wait. I don't need to mine that right now. But you can do these long trade runs, and the farther you go, you get a distance bonus, which means more money. So you can plan out these really big, intricate trade routes where you buy stuff en route, you sell stuff en route, you make a ton of cash, you get your trading skill up. What would I suggest for a new class, for a new player? Honestly, they're all really fun. From all the ones that I played the Wizard so far. I played a little bit of the Ranger. I played the Warrior extensively. I mean, extensively for me, not for somebody hardcore. There's already level 52s on the server as of last night. I'm sure they're even higher now. Okay, that's insane. That is insane. All right, we should be good now. Let's see where we're at. Set a point. We've avoided the bandits. Probably auto-run the rest of the way. The market person is actually right here in Hadel. You can find them by the little wagon wheel symbol, and they're always next to the stable. Except for this city has 2 stables, so don't quote me on that, because there's a stable in the south. But they're normally right next to a stable. Let's auto-run this stuff. Notice Jack's stamina is dropping like a rock. This is why donkeys are probably better for this. I need to feed him some carrots and just let him rest. Hey, Uni. Thanks, man. Fishing Simulator 2016. I love the fishing in this. It's so good. It's so addicting, and I can do it while I edit videos, which is fantastic. Oh, a guild war has broken out between Risen and somebody else. People on the North American servers are bloodthirsty, man. Every 5 minutes last night, it seemed like a new guild war was being declared. And they gotta pay money for that. They gotta pay like 200,000 silver or some crazy shit. There's a covered wagon in front of us, probably somebody doing a trade run. Or somebody hired NPCs to move stuff from one warehouse to another. You can do that. So, people keep asking me, Shaq, is it worth picking this game up? And it depends on the kind of player you are. If you're really sick of tab targeting, but you really want an MMO to play, the combat in this is fantastic. If you're somebody who loves hardcore story, you love good writing, don't touch this game. It's so bad. The writing seems so bad, at least in the first, like, 5 hours of the main quest. All right, let's not run through this guy's carriage. See, I want to, like, pirate his horse carriage. I want to see that become a thing. I want to see bandits robbing carriages. Highwaymen. That's what I want to see. I'm hoping that's something that comes out in, like, the later expansions for when they unlock more of the ocean and stuff. Hup. Oh, this is the stable keeper. We need to go over to the trade manager, so let's go over here. Trot over here. Got to be within range so I can sell it right off the back of the horse. There we go. And Jack is exhausted. I wonder if my donkey's in this stable. I can pick that up. So, now that we've made it with our trade goods in tow. We can talk to the trade manager.
You came to see me. I guess you're pretty good at sensing where the money is.
And go to trade. And those crates of books are over here on the right-hand side, and they are 39% above the average price. We bought at 91%, so we're making a pretty decent profit. And it'll actually tell you your profit on this run was 500 silver, 500 silver. Sell, sell. Now, that may not seem like a lot. I know some of you guys are like, Shaq, that doesn't seem like anything. Well, it's just a skill like everything else in the game. I get to drop the bad hammer. Wait, beat morph to it. Get out of here. All right, so one of the things that you got to keep in mind is, yeah, you've got to get your skill up there. And then the farther that you go with your trader, the more money you're going to make. The rarer, I assume, like the luxury goods, see how I'm locked out because my trade skill isn't high enough. You need level 9 if you guys can't see that. And level 1 for trade professional. I don't even know how you get that. You'll probably be making serious bank later on in the game. And you can do trading in a couple of different ways. You can buy the trade packs here like we just did. Or, say you're a fisherman, and this is what I think I'm going to be doing. Instead of just selling my fish to the nearest market, I will collect a bunch of fish into a cart and then take those fish where they're most valued nearby. And I can check the market prices right here for those fish. Let's see, food. If you have the fish on you, I think you can check it. And you can check the market values and sell them. So, kind of cool. Pretty neat. Pretty neat system. All right. I was hoping to show the housing system off today, and I'm still going to a bit. But sadly, they still haven't given me my pre-order items, and that was supposed to come with like 11 pieces of furniture that give me something to decorate with. And even though I claimed them last night, it looks like they still haven't come in. They should come in as a mail. And a lot of people were... Oh, there they are. They just didn't come up as a new mail. Weird. Well, let's receive all the items. We need to drop off some stuff at the warehouse. We'll do some decorating and buy a home. And I'll show you guys the housing system, which is pretty neat. Very Sims-style housing system. Running over to the warehouse, which is the game's version of the bank, basically, where you can store stuff if you don't want to get rid of it. I think the warehouse is over here. That's the stable keeper. There it is. That's the warehouse. And all the people fishing. Yep. Like 20 people fishing. This game has no timeout system. It actually expects you to AFK fish and AFK do stuff. So they added in mechanics just to support that, which is kind of nice because it means that bots don't just get to win the day on AFK bullshitting. Any player can. All these people fishing. These are all players, by the way. Anyhow, to the warehouse. Drop some stuff off.
Stuff. Leave it with me.
I got a quest to turn in here. How about
Within
that?
your allotted space, of course.
Warehouse, you're holding some stuff for me. Why don't you hold all my lumber for my future boat that I've been collecting. That's going to be a fun video to make because I get to actually show how to build how to build a boat, and you have to actually buy certain houses that allow you to build the boat because you have to have the boat construction by dry dock house purchased before you could build anything. Kind of neat. All right, so that should give us probably enough space. Let's get rid of some more of this stuff. Hold this for me. And like I was saying, you can have stuff transported, so I can click this and throw all the crap in here and say, hey, take this over to the city in the north, and I'll be there in a couple hours to pick it up and do something that I'm working on a film maybe. And it'll actually spawn a cart. You'll see the cart driving from point to point. Now, let's claim all that furniture and buy a home. What is this? This is armor. Not really interested in any of the armor. Let's get rid of that. Bring this over here. Probably all the bottom stuff. What is this? My dog! Yay! I got my pet. Awesome. So, delete that. What is this? This is all those pearls. I'll take those. Thank you. Conqueror's package. That's a bunch of shit that I'm not worried about right now. We just want the furniture. Plaster walls. Yeah, you can change the flooring and the walls in the houses, which I'll show. Wood flooring. I bought wood flooring and plaster walls. Okay. It looks like we didn't get everything. We only got a few pieces of decorative stuff. And then whatever is in this box, which we'll go ahead and grab. That's too bad. They haven't sent everything yet, unless it's on a different page. It is on a different page. Haha! Progress is made. Bookshelf, we'll take that. I got some chairs. Imperfect fixed information. What? Can I not? You can't do them as a group. You have to do them one at a time on accepting them. There we go. Goofy. Another table. What is this one? Wardrobe. And a sweet shield. I'll take the shield. Just to derp around with it. And maybe this sword. It's just visual thing. So, we gotta pick a house and get to decorating. Where do we want to go? Let's go into the menu and see what kind of houses we've got here. We can't buy just any house. It has to be a tier 1 house because the way this works, just like the nodes in the overall world, you have to buy the first house, the 1-1, to get into the 1-2, to get into the 1-4, then 1-3. You go up the levels like that. There are guild houses. You'll see these big-ass houses. These are not instanced, and only one guild can actually control these. Shack, are you going to upload this? Yes, I'm going to let YouTube auto-publish this, so bear in mind when this does go live, you may see it as a video that has like a minute long. If you wait about 20 minutes after that point, or 10 minutes, it will be the full-length stream. So, now, what are we going to buy? So yeah, these are the guild houses, though. So if you're a badass guild that can afford this, and have, I think it's based on if you've conquered the city, or something like that, you can have these houses, which is pretty cool. But let's pick a house. I want to have one that's maybe near the water. Every one of these houses have different stats, so when we click them, they can do different things. Like this one is really good at refining. It also has a tool workshop, so you can build your own tools at varying levels. If we click like this guy over here, This one has a costume mill. You can actually build costumes. It also has a goldsmith if you want to make rings and stuff. I bet this one right here, because it's near the water, has a shipyard, and you can build ships. So there is some different things you may want to do, but it's not a very good residence, apparently. I kind of dig that, though. It's got what is that? A stairwell and a bedroom, and they all have different interiors, too, to match the exterior of the house. Oops, wrong button. Maybe we'll go over here and do this, like, cluster of houses. And you're probably wondering, well, if you have to buy all these houses, then what do you do with them? Well, you can have your workers live in them if you're not living in them. Which is kind of neat. Fish workbench? What? Oh, sweet. I could totally have, like... That's cool. I don't know what that does, though. What's the fish workbench do? Allows you to dry out fish to make for food, it looks like, for crafting. So if you're a hardcore fisherman, you're going to want a fish house. Ship parts workshop for decorating your ship. Ha! Awesome. But none of these are to build a ship. That's a problem. I want to build a boat. So as cool as that is, I want to build a boat. So we need to have one that's attached to a shipyard. This is a shipyard, so we want it to be attached to this. This is a shipyard too? No, it's a ship parts. All right, then. So let's buy into this cluster of homes, and we'll start with maybe this one, and then work our way down south. So that's going to be our new residence. Right here. So let's head on over there. Auto run. Yeah, I bet the front door is over here. So let's go there. The ship house. Some of the houses, I will say, have windows that actually work, and you can look out, which is kind of neat. And that's what I'd like to have for my final house, when I have some badass giant mansion. That's a 5-3, so that's not it. I bet it's this home right here.
You're about to make me angry.
This is the one we're going to buy. We're going to buy the downstairs for it, and we probably have to invest to buy the upstairs for it. So, 5-1. Purchase. Do I want to purchase this? I don't want to purchase it for storage. I just want to buy it. What does it take to buy this house? Residency. That's what I want. Residency. Purchase residency. It's going to cost us... purchase for floor 1. 2 contribution points. We have 5 left out of 20. So, sounds good. Sweet. There's so many small mechanics in this. I could make so many videos just discussing them. Open the door to our new home. And this is how the instancing works. There is no load screens in this game at all. From point to point across the world, there are no load screens. You can walk on inside. Shack's new residence. You guys are welcome to come visit this, by the way. I don't think you can actually lock your doors. So you'll be able to actually come in here. And let's decorate it a bit. So now that we're inside, my windows don't work. See, this is what frustrates... Oh, wait, open window. What? Oh, that's cool. This is the first house I've had where windows I can actually open. Check that out. Oh, man. I was checking out the city to the north of here, and I had this house that looked really cool right on the ocean, but you couldn't open the windows, and you couldn't see through them. How bullshit is that? Anyhow. Let's get to decorating this place. So, now that we've got our windows open, this does not come with a fireplace at times. The house that Tabby wanted to buy was on top of Goat Mountain, and it had a kick-ass fireplace right in the middle of it, up on a tall-ass mountain. Took us forever to get up there, with goats everywhere. It's just ridiculous. But anyways, placement mode. These are all the things that I believe we have on us right now. Yep, there's all our chairs. And then we can buy stuff. So you don't have to buy things off the Pearl Shop with real cash. Every city seems to have its own furniture. And what's weird is some of the stuff you can trade to other players and some you can't. It's totally random is what it seems. Because I bought a bunch of stuff for Tabby's house, and I could trade like everything but a table, which made no sense at all. Anywho, let's try out. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to use that wood flooring that I got with the Conqueror's pack. Oh God, that looks terrible. We may not use that. That seems real bad. Might look better in first person when the lighting goes back to normal. And then let's try out the plaster walls. Plaster walls? Okay, the plaster walls are nice. I dig that. So we'll plop down the plaster walls. We'll confirm that. This wallpaper and flooring is a one-time use item. Really? It's a one-time use item. So if I want this for my better house later on, I can't use it? I'm gonna use this for you guys, even though I'm a little disappointed. I just used it for my little tiny shack. I'm guessing the flooring is the same bullshit thing, isn't it? One-time use, yeah. Well, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll try it out. Ugh, that looks weird. Why is it all textured like that? I thought it would be just like a normal wood floor. Anywho, let's get a bed down. This is all the pre-order bullshit that they gave me, but you can get this stuff, I think, on the Pearl store. Put that there. Rotate it. It does have a very Sims feel to it. Drop it down. Let's put a bookshelf up. I should make like a reading area, reading nook. Wait, now what did that just say? Cancel that. That just said some furniture actually does stuff. So this is a set piece effect. A bed decorates with blah, 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 blah. You can recover energy faster while laying down in your bed. Like I told you guys, energy is how you do all of the non-combat stuff, basically. This one just gives you interior points. And, yeah, it's just interior points. All right. Let's just plop that down. Oh, wow. This whole house is like at an angle. So I can't get it exactly against the wall. Oh, that's going to be weird. That's going to be weird. This one I can get against the wall. And then let's put a table down. Maybe rotate it there. And then surround it with chairs. Like, we're going to tuck that chair in. Very Sims style. I kind of dig it. I love housing systems in games. I don't know. It just makes you feel like the game is a little bit more... I'm a little bit more invested in the world. The world has just more going on for it than just kill everything that moves because reasons. And the early part of this game is definitely like that. So there we go. We got some of our furniture down. It's not much, but you know, it's home. Quit placement mode, and there's our house. I don't have any lights yet. It's gonna be kind of dark. And there's our house. If I would have brought these back a little bit, it would have been easier for us to sit. Would you like to receive the facility tool buff? Any facility tool buffs are currently active will disappear. Yes? What did that just do? Oh, I get health recovery for just using that chair. How strange. And it lowered its durability. So what about the bed? How do I lay in the bed? I just go up to it. No, I wanted to go into camera control mode. Shit. Can probably controls. There we go. You just kind of lay down in it. Sometimes the camera is really wonky in this, but there you go, guys. That's the housing system in a very early nutshell. Like, there's a lot more to it with the building of other items in the game and renting out the larger beds and stuff. Having your bed in the dining room would be super awkward for guests. Yes, you've never lived in a studio apartment, have you? Because that's basically what you live in. My first apartment. It's one room, kitchen in that room. Your bedroom is that room, and you have a closet and a bathroom. Those are actually separate rooms, though. Can you sleep in the game? Sorta. You can do what I'm doing now, which if I had used up any more energy while fishing, we could actually see how fast the energy regenerates. I don't know how quick the boost is for laying down, but if you're like super into fishing and you want that energy so you can do the hard casts more often, or you're super into farming, then you're gonna want a bed so you can lay down in it to get your energy back faster. Kind of cool. What kind of crafting is there in the game? Somebody just asked. Well, let me get up. Crafting is directly tied into the houses and the facilities that you have rented. Shut our windows. I'm sorry, guys. I love this. This is so cool. Bloop, bloop. It's directly tied into that. So when you go to craft stuff, it's not like you yourself, your character, is crafting most of the time. It's pretty complicated. Some things, like potions, can be crafted by your character, whereas things like armor are actually made by people that you hire that you have control over, which is kind of weird. I will do an in-depth video on that as I get farther into it. I don't want to give you guys any false information because I haven't been messing with the crafting too much. I will show you some of the refining, so let's go outside, because it'd be weird to do this inside without the tools. Walk outside here.
are about to make me angry.
And I think I have... No, I do not. I have nothing. I do have some herbal juice that Tabby made me. It instantly regenerates my stamina. So there is crafting like that. And you can trade things like potions and food between players, but you can't trade weapons without putting them on the auction house market, which is a control market. Let's run over to the storage keeper and grab some wood, and I'll show you guys how refining works as the first step in crafting. Hello, warehouse guy.
If you have a lot of stuff, leave it with me.
Wow,
Within
you
your
sound like you're gonna
allotted space, of
rob me.
course.
Grab that. Notice that I have a weight limit. So you have a slot limit, but you also have a weight limit in the game that is directly affected by your character's strength. And that goes up the more you run trade packs back and forth and swim and things like that. So we're gonna run over here and we're gonna do some refining. If you've mined or you've fished or basically anything in the game that you've collected, you can refine it into something to use for crafting. The way you do that is you have the item in your inventory and you go to produce. And then you choose what you want to refine. Do you want to dry stuff like fish out in the sun? Well, it has to, one, not be raining out. It has to be a nice, clear, sunny day. And you have to have fish, and you can totally do it. What we're going to do, though, is chop some wood. Drop the wood in here. Which I think you just right-click it. There you go. You right-click it, and start processing. And I'm chopping logs. And you'll start playing an animation that is based on whatever you're doing. Kind of cool. Bring down the banhammer. Ha-cha-cha. Usable skin lights. Interesting. And then this stuff can be turned into other items like plywood and stuff like that, so you can build things like boats, which I'm really excited to do. Wow, I've only got 4 boards from that. Man, I'm gonna have to get a lot more workers working for me to get more lumber. Bummer. Where do the logs go? They go in your inventory. Oh, like when your worker finishes with them? That's a good question, because I just got my worker last night. Let's see where he's at. He should be out mining for me. He's got worker list. He still has 44 minutes to go before he's done, so got a little bit of time before he's finished. I'm pretty sure it goes straight into the warehouse of the city that he lives in. And he lives in this city of Hadel. So that would be why this warehouse automatically had stuff in it before I ever talked to him, because I had my worker working. Yeah, he brought me 35 copper last time I sent him mining. And you can have multiple workers doing multiple things or all the same thing, which is kind of cool. So, can you drive the boat, please? I don't have a boat yet. I have not built it. Remember, the early access for this just started day before yesterday. So I'm sure there are people out there with boats. She's refining wood. But I am not one of them. Time to fish. And I will answer questions for you guys to the best of my ability. Let's go over and fish away from all the people. Do I have enough inventory space? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm ready. Let's go to the other side of the lake. Andrew, if you don't like it, then why in the world are you watching it? This is the non-combat walkthrough of some of the mechanics for the game. Like, seriously. I'm sorry it's not what every other MMO is doing, which is combat and killing things all the time, but I thought, you know what, why don't we look at some of the things that we haven't seen before? You want to see the combat stuff? Go watch another video. I've got a few, and there are tons of other YouTubers that have done combat videos for this. Combat is actually really good. Time to fish. Use up some energy to get a better cast. We use about 5. And boop. There we go. And there you go. That's how you AFK. I could walk away right now for the rest of the day and just let it fish for me until my inventory is full. There's a little button. I don't think you guys can see it right here. It says throw away useless items. If you catch boots and old fishing nets and crap like that, it'll automatically throw them away so you don't fill up your inventory. And that's actually what I'm going to do. I don't need any of that crap. Oh, better not. I have a fishing quest. There's one other thing. Fishing montage. There's one other thing that we learned last night. If you're interested in doing a lot of the non-storyline quests, and not just combat quests. Like, say you want fishing quests, and you want trading quests, and crafting quests. What you can do, and we didn't know this last night, we just happened to stumble upon it, this right here is the different types of quests, and you can turn them on and off. And if you turn them on, we found that once we turned all of these on, like fishing quests and exploration trade quests, we started getting a larger variety of quests that didn't always revolve around combat, which is pretty cool. Can you log off when you fish? You can't log off. You gotta leave your game running. You have to leave your game running. And fishing is actually pretty valuable. I've made more money in fishing, I think, than anything else in this game so far. That may be just a commentary on how sad it is that I spend most of the time fishing while doing stuff. In my defense, I do it while I edit. So. There we go. And if you hold down Control, we can change the field of view to make it not terrible, or the blur. And let me zoom out. And then if you hold, I think it's like Alt, and using the arrow keys, you can actually recenter your camera. So if you're one of those people who love taking screenshots in like Skyrim and stuff, this is a really cool system for you. And I think it's Shift. Now, what is it? Is it... Which one was it that changed the camera angle? Well, there it is. Well, there's one key, I don't remember what it is, maybe you guys can help me out, that'll actually change the color palette. So how do you get workers? Do you buy them? Workers come in a variety of different skills. Hell, they even come in different races in the game, and different things that they're good at. You get them from, I've gotten 2 from questing so far. 2 different quests, actually. They came with 2 different workers that were skilled in different things, which was kind of neat. You also get workers from just hiring them. There's a worker manager in the major cities, like the city that I'm in right now. But make sure that you have a place for them to live, or you won't be able to hire any more than 1 at the beginning. So I recommend getting your first one for free. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to let the AFK fishing, actually catch this one so you guys can see I've touched nothing and I've caught something. But it does take a lot longer than manually fishing, just so you know. Alright, don't spam. I put you in timeout. Get out of here. Let me turn the UI back on, you guys can see. We got a fish. So if I was AFKing this, like I said I was going to, but now I'm not, I would just catch it after maybe 3 or 4 minutes of it doing this. But since I'm not going to AFK it, spacebar to start the minigame. Spacebar again to catch it in the blue. And then, if you don't get a perfect in that last minigame, you'll have to do another minigame where you have to hit WSAND. And we picked up a broken rope. Yay, broken rope. Let's put a bunch of energy into this one. Let's do like 10 energy. See what kind of a difference it makes. What kind of fish is found? Well, when I first started this video, I went into the fishing guide, and this is basically your Pokedex for fishing. And there are 17 freshwater fish. There are 48 saltwater fish. There are 2 crustaceans and 2 others. I don't know what others are when it comes to fishing. Maybe eels? No, I've caught an eel, and it doesn't show up in this list. So. And you'll fill out this book as you fish. And as you level up your fishing skill, it'll open up a variety of fish that you can catch, which is pretty cool. Can you get killed while fishing? Well, the fish won't come out and smack you. In this area, you know what? I don't know. In the ocean on a boat, who knows what's out there? I haven't checked it out yet. But you can be attacked in this game once you hit a certain level. I don't know what it is in the US servers. I think it was max level in, I think it's 35. I could be wrong, though, so don't quote me on that. In the Korean version, I'm pretty sure it was max level. You're open PvP. But the negatives for killing a blue player are substantial in this game. So it's really not worth it for PK to kill you. Could open up a sushi bar. Will there be more of the Space Engineers RP series? Retro, yeah, man. Every Saturday, 8 a.m. Unless you're talking about the original RP series. That's on hold until myself, Alti, Belfour, Tabby have a schedule. And I don't know when that's ever going to happen, because everybody's got jobs now that are completely opposite time frames. No, I have not been to Calpheon yet. I'll show you my map. Oh, I can't even open the map while fishing. That's dumb. After this fishing attempt, I'll open my map and show you guys what I've explored so far. $45 on the US server. Okay, in the Europe server. Are you planning on making a guild? I've got a clan. There's two different types of guilds in this. There's clans and there's actual guilds. Clans are free to make. They're free to keep up, but their player cap is very small. It's for small groups of players that play. That's like me and Tabby and maybe Morph, you know, just a couple of people that you know that you want to play with. Will I make a guild, though? I don't know, because will I have time to manage a guild? That's the problem that I'm running into. I'm in the middle of trying to buy a house right now, so I don't know if I'll be able to manage a guild. All right, here we go. Come on. Come on. Holy shit, that's the longest one I've seen so far. It's got to be something good. Almost maxed it out. What is it? Snake head. Worth 20 grand? Holy shit. I just made more in one item than I did leveling and questing yesterday. Wow. Fishing is awesome. Ching. And I just learned about a new fish for my Pokedex, my Fishidex. I've never been to Ireland, Luke. I'd love to go, though. Hey, Nate. Welcome to the stream. So, if you guys see my character running about, Storm Shield, feel free, shoot me a friend's request. I don't know if there's a friend's limit, actually. I wonder if I could just accept friends. Let's see. We'll find out. I'm just going to start accepting everyone. There's Tabby in boots. And let's throw out another line. Oh, no, I was going to show the, shit. Can I just cancel that? Yeah, right-click to cancel. Show the map real quick. So, I have explored. You can't open the map while a fishing pole is equipped. That's ridiculous. Why? Oops. There's the map. Map has a fog of war on it, so you actually have to go out and explore to unlock, you know, the larger areas. So I'm not sure how big the map is, but right now it seems pretty huge. And I know the Black Desert is out this way. It's just not released yet, but it is on the Korean-Russian version. So, kind of cool. Belenos territory. And I finally gotten into Sarindia territory in the south. Just barely got to this city here. Kind of neat. Okay. Is there any other questions? Is this on Steam? I don't think it is on Steam. I think you have to go to their website. CaptainShack, get 25 logs and craft a raft, fishing offshore and abundant fish. That's what I want to do. I want to get a full-on boat. But I'm told, I'm not sure yet, but I'm told that all they have right now is a raft and, like, a very small sailboat. And I'm hoping they go, like, full-on galleon. Cannons. I want cannons. That's one thing that Arcade did really well, was that the naval combat was fantastic. What the hell am I doing here? Not fishing. Non-combat for the win. Now, I didn't go through all the non-combat game mechanics in this because I haven't had a chance to experience them. The game's only been out for 2 days, and that's for the early access people. But there are an abundant amount of things to do. Like, there's a whole die system that you can mess with that I haven't checked out yet. The crafting system is still fairly new to me. The housing system is still fairly new to me that I look forward to. I've seen a little bit of farming with playing with Tabby. She set up a farm that you have to actually go rent a plot. You go out, you plop it down, you can plant stuff. You have to worry about, like, hang on a second, let's pull that back. You have to worry when farming. Check this out. This is how crazy this is. Let me equip something. Pull up my map. You have to worry about the groundwater. This is the groundwater graph. If there's enough or not, or too much, based on what you're trying to grow. So you can see the puddles here. This is underground. Groundwater here, here. You have to worry about the humidity and the temperature. This is temperature. Assuming that, like, as you go north, it gets a little bit, I would assume that would be a little bit warmer, actually. Probably because of the ocean. And as you get out to the desert, I'm sure it'll get, like, in the red. And then you've also got humidity. And the humidity gets real bad heading south. And that'll affect how your plants grow and the type of plants you've got. Like, that's the weird thing about this game. There's so many little things like that, little details that you're just like, that's cool. That's it. On the outside, when I first played this, I was like, what do you do for in-game in this? Like, how is trading tied into PvP or the larger scope? But then as you play it, you realize there's just, I don't know, it's a weird sandboxy title that I'm having fun exploring. And it has my attention fully. So, kind of cool. Can you own land? Well, no, yes. Sorta. you could sort of own land. Let me see here if I can. General information. Yeah, let's see. What can I use as an example? So the way it works in this game is on a certain date, I think it's on every Saturday, PvP, the wars just go fucking ham, right? And these cities can be captured by guilds. So that's the guild war mechanic. Also, these little forts, you see these little shields with X's over them in the corners here? These different little villages can be claimed by the smaller guilds, or even the bigger guilds. And they'll make money off of all the players running through there doing stuff. So you're gonna fight over those as guilds. So yes, in that way you can claim territory, you can claim the castle, and you can have the big guild house, and that's cool from a PvP's perspective. You can have houses, player houses, which we already checked out. So there's that kind of owning land style mechanic. But if you're thinking about like old Star Wars Galaxies, where you just plop down a city, basically, and claim that territory as your city's territory, not in that way, no. You don't build your own cities, but you can live in the cities, which I really do dig. Anyways, back to fishing. Back to fishing. Go somewhere else. That. I don't understand. Go somewhere else and fish? I can. That guy with his donkey over there just chilling. The berserker looks hilarious riding a donkey, by the way, because he's a giant. He's a whole nother race. He's huge. And thus the guild war began. In the time when there was peace that reigned supreme, the guild wars began and destroyed everything. Yesterday was like the end of days for guild wars. There must have been 20 or 30 guild wars declared, and the entire server knows when you declare a guild war. And it costs money to do so, so people are just throwing hundreds of thousands of silver around. I think it's silver, to start these fights. That's right, I'm streaming fishing. I do what I want. Let's see if there's any more questions from the chat. Can you buy a better fishing rod? I'm pretty sure you can have a fishing rod crafted by another player. Probably buy it off the workshop. You can also do fishing quests from these little otter guys that are spread around the game. And they will give you some type of bait to up your fishing game. We don't always watch streams, but when we do, we fish in it. Indeed. All right, we'll do a little exploration. Maybe get a little bit of combat in here we can talk about, because I'm sure some people are like, oh my god, Shaq, seriously, are you going to fish? Is this game too easy? So in my original review, I talked about how the game is incredibly easy for the first 5 hours, and I hold to that. It is ridiculously easy in the first few hours if you do the main quests, which you need to, because that's how you get your contribution points, your contribution XP, so you can level up your contribution stockpile of points, so you can do all the non-combat stuff. But at level 16, I found I was able to go to areas that were a little higher level than me pretty easily, and get into the real fights, and get a bunch of enemies coming at me. So, oh, I get to block somebody else. Hell yeah! Drop the banhammer. Nuke them from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. The trolls mostly come out at night. Mostly. Except for that time when they came out in the daytime. Jesus, am I not going to catch a fish? Oh, speaking of which. Perfect. Nailed it. If you get a perfect on that little mini game, you won't have to do the second mini game, and I just nailed it. So, I'm really excited about fishing. It's so ridiculous. All right, then. Let's roll. So, I will say, combat did get a lot more interesting when I started going in, with me and Tabby going into areas where we were like 2 or 3 levels below, and we were dipping and dodging and getting into the fights. It was good times. Does anybody remember where I parked my horse? Ah, screw it. We'll go on foot. Let's go... Let's go over there. Why not? I got a quest over there. Let's go fight something. Oh, that horrible Field of view. There we go. Let's go run and kick something right in the face. Is this game free? Nope. It is not free. It is buy to play. Or Andrew, I can just time out the trolls because it's fun. I actually quite enjoy it. Now, where am I going? We're heading out here. We're gonna do some Alter Imp's quest. I need to bring the font up a little higher. I turned it down because it scales your UI, everything at once, when you go into the options and change it. Sadly, it also scaled down all the text, making it fairly hard to read, especially for the stream. We're rolling. How do you use the contribution points? Well, they actually have a whole bunch of uses. Contribution points are one thing that I actually learned last night that I didn't realize. I was like, why did I not get any more contribution points? What is this bar for? Well, as you do quests, you're going to get contribution XP. And so you kind of like level up your contribution point total. Once you have a certain amount, I would say you could probably get away with about 10 to 14. You can actually start doing some real trading with it. But you can do trading by investing into nodes, which if you watch this video's trading segment, you'll learn how to invest into nodes. You go to the node manager and you basically tell them, hey, I want to invest in this node. You have to actually go there to do it. But you can also, with the contribution points, rent stuff from NPCs like musical instruments, items for your character to wear that actually have fairly substantial buffs and bonuses to them, like increasing my health by 50 when I was really early level. All right, there should be something worth fighting over here, like those guys right there. See them. Sneak up on them. Totally unnecessary, because you just walk in there and kill them all. Maybe. I don't actually know how hard these guys are. Yeah, you can lay down and sneak around. I'm not 100% sure what that does. I think it hides your name when you sneak from popping up. So really useful against players. If you're wearing certain outfits and you crouch down and sneak, they won't attack you, and I believe those are the gathering outfits. So there is like a usefulness to sneaking. And if you're trying to hide from other players, then laying down in like the tall grass while they pass by might be not a bad idea. Kind of cool. Just cool mechanic they added in. All right, so let's get up here. Do a little parkour. Climbing up this. Hey, boys. Oh, shit. I want in on this. Let me know if that's a little too loud. Deep thrusting. That's actually what the move is called. There's nobody over here. Let's get away from that other warrior. Yeah, the story is real bad so far. Mainly the writing. Go watch the intro video with Tezonde. You'll know what I'm talking about with the bad writing. Honestly, don't think it was his fault that it was so bad. The writing is just terrible. It seems really loud. Let me turn it down a bit. Come on! Grab. Actually interact with NPCs. Combat. But the reason I like the combat so much is that you can miss. Tabby was talking about this earlier. She's only played tab-targeted MMOs. She's like, I really like an MMO where I can miss, and she was using a bow. Here's our quest objective. Let's go stab him in the face. Jump attack. Roll backwards. Deep stab. A little bit more range. Get some people here. Let's block. Block, 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 block. Holy shit, the fist. Taunt them for shits and giggles. Deep stab. Run away. Come on, boys. Roll! So as a warrior or Valkyrie, you can block. This is blocking. You can block for only so long, but it's great when you're playing with a ranger because they can sit there and just gun stuff down. Roll away. I know you're seeing me use the same move over and over, deep thrusting, this one. That's because I like it so much. I do have one where I can sideways dodge when they attack me. Remember, I haven't unlocked all the moves yet. But I'm using combos to do them. I'm not actually using any of the shortcuts there. Let's kick that guy in the balls. Oh, sort of missed. There's a bit of an AoE on the attack. Come on, boys. These guys are fairly easy. Grab you. Oh, you're too big to grab. Good to know. Can he reset? Or there may be some lag on the server. Come on. Come and get it. When he does hit me, though, he does a decent amount of damage. This was a lot harder when we were over here. 2 levels below the level requirement for this quest. grab all that sweet, sweet loot. Hey, didn't I get a pet in one of those emails? I thought I did. Let's check it out. I've not used the pets yet. You have no pets currently. Well, where's my pet then? Is it an item? Hey, I'm busy over here, pal. Trying to pull out my hunting dog. Kick this guy in the balls. Come here. Oh, he's too big to grab. But yeah, like for playing the warrior isn't nearly as flashy as about every other class in the game. I will say that. No, thank you. Not interested in getting into parties right now. So if you're playing like the ranger, you're gonna find there's a lot more mobility to it. You're dipping and diving and Jace, happy birthday. It's his birthday. You're gonna find yourself with a lot of mobility, which is pretty fun to watch. I was watching Tabby play as the archer, the ranger, and pretty ridiculous. As this character though, it's just fun to dive right in. Break shit. Come on. Shield back. Indeed. But this is kind of getting outside the realm of what this video was supposed to be about. I hope that I've showed you guys some of the non-combat mechanics that are in the game. Maybe a little bit of combat in there. I showed the fishing, I showed the trading, I showed the housing system. There's still a lot there. Crafting, building boats, hunting is a whole system that I have not tried yet, where you go out with a rifle and actually hunt down creatures. And it has its own questing and stuff. If you've enjoyed this video, though, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button right now for me. You got like 700 people watching right now. That would be fantastic. What else? Is there anything else that I can show off for today before I run off to my meeting with the engineer for the interwebs at the new property that we've been raising money for over on Patreon? I don't think so. Not where my character is at right now. I've got to level him up some more, get caught up to where I was in the CBT2. Indeed. Indeed. All right, guys. What else should we do? Is there anything else? I'm waiting for you guys to catch up on the YouTube channel. On the YouTube chat. Pets in your inventory under the Pearls tab. Is it really? That's not the Pearls tab. That's Palette. Pearls. Oh, my hero. We got to name him. What are we going to name him? Oh, man. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. Well, I've got Jim, my donkey. I've got Jack, my horse. What should we name? What should we name the dog? I'm gonna wait and get something from this stream. My horse is back at town, Scott. Shaq Jr. Roderick the dog. Ruff. I like Ruff. That I'm about to be popped in the head, so confirm Ruff. And then how do I get you out? Ah, being hit in the face. Block. Let's see, was this one? Hey, there he is. He won't actually help me in combat, but he will loot for me, which is kind of cool. All right, that's it. Come here, you little bastard. Let's get some cinematic combat in. If you go into cinematic mode with Control U, and I learned this the other day, or actually during the CBT2, that if you do this, and then you do this, and hit you? No. Did they change it? They changed it. Oh, I can't do the slow-mo anymore. What? Ah, does anybody know what the control is for slow-mo with combat with the UI off? Come on. He's an archer, okay. Name him Bob. I want to see him loot for me. Come on, pup. Get some loot on. I kick the shit out of these guys. Are you down? You're not down. Alright, hit me back. You gonna keep shooting at me? Come here. Come here. I love the grab. I gotta upgrade that move. Did you loot for me? I think you did, because this little loot symbol stopped. You didn't loot these guys, though. See if I can remember how to do it. thought it was just you and attack. Obviously not, though. Press control plus slow-mo. Well, what is slow-mo? Or is it just control while attacking? Interesting. Oh, F4. Yeah, that's it. Oh, all right, guys. I got to run. Looks like the engineer's actually going to be there early. So, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. I love doing these streams. I'm glad you guys had a good time checking out the non-combat mechanics in this. Hopefully, I will be doing some actual, like, edited, full-on guides for some of these mechanics. So, you guys, if you want to see that, let me know in the comments for this video once it goes live. I'd love to see it. Please hit that thumbs up button. It does me a huge favor. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later, everybody. Look at that smile.